Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Friday morning. It's about 10:15 and I'm just kind of getting things moving a little bit. I've got these 6 items going out here. Sold that Fleetwood Mac for 30 plus shipping. Got a filter going out for 14. Sold that carafe for a space maker for 17.50 plus shipping. Had to take a little less because I had damage. Sold that base for a blender for 15, Black & Decker. Sold that Nintendo gun with Hogan's Alley for 15 plus ship. And we sold this recorder for $25 plus shipping. I'm gonna go get those things packed up and ready for a Richard. Hey, it's about 1:30. I left the Salvation Army, shot over to the Moore store, and I am back to the Salvation Army. Yeah, there's a few people out here today. Nothing serious. When I got here about an hour ago, there were several people that had a bunch of kids with them. Now that got a bit hectic. I did find a few items in the Salvation Army, and I found this religious book in the free box, and it sells for between $8 and $10. Another $10 freebie. I got this 600-piece Kodak puzzle. It's new sealed, and it sells for about 15 bucks on eBay. It cost me $1.70 though. This was not a buy, but it's been sitting in my van since Thanksgiving. It was given to me by my cousin, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use it. And they're just heat warmers. But it looks like they're selling on eBay for about $10.95. So I think I'm going to bless somebody with some hand warmers for a good price. I'm not much of an outdoorsman, so there's not much of a need for hand warmers for me. I found this Copco Tea Kettle. I think this one actually has the little whistler on it. And it was $2.55. I'm not sure if I should have bought that or not. I'm not having the greatest luck trying to push pots and pans and things like that. I imagine that stuff does sell on eBay, but they're not quick flips. Although I don't have very many items in my store that are. I tend to operate mainly on very long tail items. I saw her putting out this little Kitchenaid Chopper and knew I had to have it. Although it was priced up a bit at $6.80. Looks like the blade's selling for about 15 bucks. The top sells for about 12 to 15. I haven't seen an actual bowl sell yet, and I'm not really sure if I can sell the motor, but I should be able to make a little bit of money on this. I found this Spy track down game. It was 85 cents. It's heavy, but it's got some like little electronics in there and stuff. Looks like they sell for a little bit of money. I bought it because the deck of cards in it was brand new, so I think it might be unused, but I can always part it out if I have to. When in doubt, part it out. Then the last thing I found was this copy of Quake for the original PlayStation over at More Than a Thrift, and it was $2. I like finding PlayStation, and it's Black Label. I checked the disc out, it looks pretty good, and it comes with the manual. Definitely a good score for $2. They sell for about 20 on eBay. Video games are usually the last thing that I sell just because I kind of like them. I actually got into reselling because of video games. In fact, the first 2 years of being a reseller, the only thing I sold were video games. I used to buy video game lots on eBay and I would sell them on Amazon. And it was okay. I made pretty good money, but it was a lot of work. And then eventually the prices of eBay caught up with the ones on Amazon, and the prices on Amazon started getting too low to sell anything on, so I kind of got pushed out of my niche. So now I sell a thrift store junk when I can find it. Alright, I think I'm just going to hang out here for a few more minutes, then I'm going to shoot inside, walk around for a little bit, and probably leave by 2:30. We probably still don't have internet at the house, so that's kind of a hassle, but you do what you can do. But if you guys remember from yesterday's video, I listed those 2 sets of PetSafe flags and wire, and somebody came in and bought it for $39.95 free shipping. So I guess if you see a couple sets laying around at a thrift store for $1 a piece, go ahead and get them and throw them in a medium flat rate box for 40 bucks. I ended up making something like $13.35 profit. I guess that's not too bad. Alright, I'm not even going to try to take photos of this thing tonight, but you guys can see this is that game that I picked up at the thrift store, Blast Out. It's from 1993. And I don't know what all these parts do exactly, but it looks like they somehow connect in a circle. This thing seems to work fine. But it's got some corrosion in there, so I'm going to have to pull these out and clean the contacts, but it still works fine. Check out that bowl cut. That's the way kids used to wear hair back in the day. You might get beat up if you try to go to school like that now. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like this will probably be a project for tomorrow. Alright, it's about 11:20 Saturday morning. I'm over here at the Salvation Army. I probably got here about 10:45. I wanted to get here early because what happened yesterday is I saw this cool clock. Hey, check this out. It's a vintage Sultan wicker metal clock from, I guess, maybe Bradley's, but it looks like from the 90s. But some of that wicker looks like it's busted. Now, this is something I would usually get, but I don't know. Would you buy this? It was like vintage, new old stock from the 90s from Bradley's. It was a metal 11-inch wicker clock, and it was $5, and I almost bought it. But it had a few small cracks in some of the areas of the wickering, so I decided to hold off on buying it. But I sent a little video to my friend, and she was busy. She wasn't able to get back to me, but later she's like, I hope you got that. I'm like, nope, I put it back. And she was thinking I could have got between $25 and $40 for it plus shipping. So I decided to try my luck and see if I could scoop it up here this morning. And as to no surprise, it was gone. I told my friend about that. I said, these people are absolute beasts up here. Some people don't really understand why I'm assertive when it comes to thrifting. That's the reason. I know there are places in the country where stuff like that would sit around on a shelf at the Goodwill for weeks and weeks until it finally made it to the bins. Not up here, boys and girls. You have hours if you're lucky. Anything decent, even if it's not for resale, gets bought up quickly, very quickly. But all is not lost. I did pick up that box of VHS right there. Yeah, some of it's sealed. You got yoga, exercise stuff. I can just put all that into one lot and sell it. And this is probably the gem that was in there. It's a 5-set human anatomy VHS. And it looks like they're actually selling for decent money. This one sold in October for $45 plus shipping. And that was all in the free box. Okay, I just stepped out of the More, and I found this copy of Tony Hawk's American Wasteland for $2. I kind of like PlayStation 2 games because PS2 is the first console that I started really playing in my adult years, and they have an excellent library. It's a little bit scratched up, but I think it'll be fine, and it's complete. If I really wanted to sell it, though, they do sell for about $15 on eBay. To the Salvation Army we shall go. All right, it's about 1:09 p.m., and not a lot of stuff getting put out today. I did pick up a few items. I got this big bag of refrigerator letters and numbers. It was $1.70. I think I could probably just lot those together and hopefully sell them. I got this pair of Dr. Scholl's Insoles. Dr. Scholl's Insoles. Got them for $1.70, and they sell for about $12 to $14. And I found this controversial 50s, 60s housewife sign. It says 4 things a woman should know: how to look like a girl, how to act like a lady, how to think like a man, and how to work like a dog. It's vintage. It's made out of metal, and I paid 85 cents for that. And I'm hoping I can sell it for more than 85 cents. Part of me really wants to get the hell out of here. And part of me wants to stay because of the FOMO. What to do, what to do, what to do. All right, it's about 11:30 p.m. Saturday evening. And I most definitely decided to get the hell out of the Salvation Army today at 1 o'clock. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the Salvation Army, but today was not the day. Actually, this week wasn't even that great at all. I just set up my spreadsheets for 2021, so I entered all of the items that I purchased this week into the spreadsheets, and I think I only bought between 25 and 30 items and spent like $87 for the entire week. Now, just to give you a little comparison, whenever I'm thrifting on the coast of New Hampshire, I generally pick up between 75 and 100 items and usually spend between $300 and $400. So the inventory in the Monadnock is just a bit short. But it's all right. I'm just kind of working with what I have right now. I'm trying to be consistent, and I think things will pay off in the future. But I'm glad I started that 2021 business stuff. It took about an hour, hour and a half to set it all up, but I like to have my spreadsheets and everything in order for the new year. I think tomorrow's going to be a pretty heavy day of listing. I put this blast out game on my photo table last night so that it would be in my way, and I do that on purpose. I want to make sure this stuff is as much in my way as possible. That way I can hurry up and get it the hell out of my way. So I went ahead and set it up, and it looks like it's working okay. It's actually an interesting game. All you really have to do here is just turn the button on, and it sends air up here. And you got 4 different teams, and somebody takes a ball like this, right? And they try to, the object of the game is to get the ball from here into this, and there's airflow that shoots this to the top, and the first person to get all 4 of their balls up there wins. Let's see if we can try. Oh. And there it is. That's not actually a very easy game. It took me about 32 tries to get that little ball in there. Alright, it looks like it's missing a couple items. There's supposed to be 3 of each color. So you got 1, 2, 3 green. You got 1, 2, 3 purple. You've got 3 yellow. But you only have 1 blue. I think that means you're missing 2 blue balls. We're also missing a blue peg. Nonetheless, I'm still going to try to sell this bad boy for $34.95 plus shipping. I really don't know how successful I'm going to be, but let's give it a shot. Anyway, my friends, I think I'm going to hit the old hay, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. If you guys wouldn't mind giving me a like, feel free to comment below. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you would. Talk to you guys soon.
Your playing field. Your move. Blast out, the game where you catapult your balls onto an amazing blast of air. Slam your opponents out of the sky before they do the same to you.